What's up, guys? Vince Riley here, and yeah, welcome back to VinzTalk, where I just talk about the news and share, and pretty much don't really give that much effort when I do share these, kind of news here and there, especially in this setting at all. Like, I don't know. Thank goodness this is not like a paid podcast. I don't know how I would feel if people like pay to hear me talk, ramble, or rant. Mostly ranting because it is a lot of rant, of just whatever topics that's out there. Because I'm basically just giving my 2 cents on whatever happened in the news in terms of gaming and animation, and also major news, which is there's only one in this video, but it's also like one that I don't really have like the capability to do as well, because I'm just giving you like what I heard from DeFranco, Omni, or anywhere else that has been talking about these people. But yeah, this is just my way of just sharing it. And I was thinking of doing the whole one video, one topic kind of deal with when it comes down to any of these topics. But it's like, man, do I really want to put myself on that pedestal of just like people listening to me that is not really the most balanced or qualified when it comes to this stuff, or just talking in front of the camera in general, or I say camera, but just in front of my phone, because that's my microphone that I'm using is through my phone. Okay, I don't have like a supreme setup or anything like that, and I wish I did, but I don't really have the setup for like sharing most topics and just going into them in a full detail. Like, it's just not never that case. Okay, have you seen my movie reviews? I don't do much of those reviews because I never really take notes in terms of that. I did take notes for this one, but it's just stuff I wrote down to help me remember. Anyways, also, like, I'm a bit sick. I don't know what's going on. Like, it just this, California just decided to be rainy again. It was like hot last night, and just out of nowhere, I put on my fan, and I was just coughing this morning. It was just nonstop. And pretty much I'm feeling better because I just ate a warm lunch or whatever. And hopefully that can help me, but just a heads up. There is slight chances that I might cough. Better than freaking having allergies. I couldn't record having allergies. And that's why I probably haven't put out much videos, is that when I've been working when I've been working outside from my work, and my transportation, the allergies has been kicking me into high gear. Like, it's just sniffling and just sneezing left and right, and it's just been annoying. And I just have no idea how I was able to record anything during those moments. But yeah, I was left feeling congested and feeling just fever. And most of all, I don't really need to actually record if I am feeling in that state. But the thing is that I really do want to get some, make some videos and make some, couple of topics here and there. And it's kind of like a habit that I'm used to of making videos. So, there's that. Also, like, I just got out from my doctor's appointment checkup this last, this week day, and I'm feeling better. I can eat whatever, because just it's kind of like, I was just having a field day when I was at the groceries. I got this stuff called biscotti. I'm not familiar with it. It's biscotti or something like that. I don't know. Biscoff. Sorry, I was thinking about the Italian bread. The Biscoff, the peanut butter Biscoff, and I tried that for the first time. I never had Biscoff ever in my life. I did maybe some of the cookies a long time ago, but I never really tried their butter. I was planning to get some Nutella because I haven't had Nutella in a long time, but I tried some Biscoff on the bread. It is amazing. It's a mixture of like a very like, it's peanut butter, but 10 times better. That's the best way I can put it. I personally, I don't understand people when it comes down to like them not liking Biscoff or anything like that. I saw this one TikTok where this lady, how to eat a Biscoff, and she just threw it away. And just the majority of comments in that video are just saying like, why would you do that? I mean, our reactions, but that's basically me just say like, at least for me, mostly the way I translate it to you guys. But the stuff is good. And also I got some like these Oreos. What is it called? It's pecan peanut butter pie Oreos or something. I don't know. I know Oreos, like, I'm very familiar that they are experimenting a lot of their brands and stuff like that when it comes down to the sweets. Like, I heard there was like a strawberry cheesecake Oreo. Oh man, I want that. And also like lemon Oreos or whatever. There's also like what was it? The Rocky Road Oreos. There's different Oreos. They're probably not around here, at least where I live, but I really want to try those because they look good. And but yeah, just I just been having a field day. Sweet stuff. I hadn't had ice cream in 2 years for the. And here's the thing, I've been anticipating this doctor's appointment or checkup or whatever you may call it for the longest time, and being the longest is 2 years. At least that's what it feels like. I know last year I didn't because I was just having anxiety of just like, oh crap, like my heart rate is gonna be going overall, like cholesterol is all the way like high up or something like that, and I just wasn't comfortable, but I knew I had to take it. And the moment I take it, during the time I was taking it, it was miserable. I was fasting. I was eating like my favorites like avocados and some vegetables because I mostly like vegetables. But the thing is, it's just it was like all bland, and I'm just like, crap. Do I have to live like this? No, no sugary drinks, no nutting, just straight up water, and no coffee. I think I recall before having the doctor's checkup that I had like 1 week of no coffee, and I need my coffee when I actually go out to at a job. So yeah, pretty much finally that stuff is all over, and my results, they're pretty good. So now I can eat whatever. At this point, the whole, because I feel like I've been in diet for so long. Like, and I know that these words are gonna bite me in the butt, like in the future. Like, oh, I ate too much sweets and this. I'm very controlled with my sweets. Don't worry, okay? Still on a diet. I still have my, certain portions that I eat per day. So I feel like I'm good at that. And then again, I say that as if I'm confident knowing that my health is 100% good, which isn't. But yeah, that's just what I've been dealing with. And I know there's a good amount of people like, oh, Vince, you got to eat healthy and stuff like that. Listen, I've been eating healthy, for those years of just like, and this is the only time where I get to actually treat myself. And then I go into, a health kit because I feel like the only, last time I wasn't healthy is like when I was out of vacation, like in the Philippines, and pretty much I was just having a field day eating stuff in the Philippines and Singapore, where because I had my vacation last year, and I'm looking forward to my vacation this year. But yeah, just eating what I want to eat, it feels so good knowing that I get to have that freedom again, and not be like as if I was watched, like, oh, you have to make sure you have to eat this portion, and also make sure there's no sweets. I couldn't even put anything in the avocado. I have to watch my calories, especially a banana. I was really strict with it, and finally it's over. So now I can eat whatever the hell I want. Okay, I don't know, but yeah. Other than that, let's talk about the news. Just one. One of them is actually surrounding the whole thing surrounding the dad with the worst dad awards, and this one is from news that I heard from DeFranco, where it's basically um about what is it, like abuses his child just to work out, and I'm just like, what are you like? And it's kind of crazy. I wish that there's ways to me to show you the footage, but I probably wouldn't show it because it's pretty graphic. So there's fodder uh that actually, like, I'm not gonna give names or anything. Also, I probably don't remember the names or something. Maybe I do, but I feel like it's best not to say their names because they're just a monster. Except for the kid. The kid was just innocent, and I feel bad for the kid for dealing with his father. And the kid is not, sadly, not alive because of this situation where the father forced the kid to act. Here's the thing: when it comes down to health, I feel like, yeah, many kids should be healthy and stuff like that. Me, as I'm like binge eating all this like Biscoff and Oreos and stuff like that, but I'm still healthy. I know my limits, and pretty much, yes, many kids should be healthy and they should be fit and play outside. But the thing is that this is going a bit overboard. What this father did, just basically force his child to actually run through a treadmill going like 100 miles per hour or something, at least to me. At least that's what it feels like a lot of times, but it little like full on meter, full on miles, full speed, and forcing the son. Well, even the son is slipping out the treadmill, even though the son, like, doesn't want to be there, and it's literally being forced to work out, literally being forced. Like, and it's just, this child is not even 8 years old. It's just a little infant. Okay, a baby as I call it, because the thing is that for his little body, it's not supposed to go through that. And people are trying to debate like, oh, is that the result that why the kids died? Listen, the kid died like, what debate is there? The father is a monster, like forcing this, biting the kid, abusing the kid to actually just work out or something, and lose because it's quote unquote fat, even though the kid is not fat. Okay, I don't know if you ever seen fat before. Listen, I was like, what is it, age 15 or 16, at least for my time. Okay, I was 400 pounds. Okay, I was a chubby boy. If you want to see real fat, you probably never seen a freaking 400-pound kid. Okay, it's looking like a freaking like meatball slipping through freaking slides like cereal. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like you never seen fat before. This kid was not fat, and even though it is fat, like it why what is up with this strict workout that gives it like a good chance, like, oh, for a good reason? What does the father have any good excuse? From the looks of it, the father is a monster, just straight up. Like, just in the debate that he should be like, either had jail time, no, death sentence, full on, and also straight up jail time for life, like causing that to his child. And pretty much I heard the whole story of just like how the father has custody over the child, which is like that's just unfortunate, especially after from the ex-wife or something, which I never understand. Here's the thing, I never understand that. I'm not married, I'm not single, obviously, because here I am making these videos of just being single, and also sharing like that through my romance reaction reads. But yeah, this, like, why is there a debate? That's what I'm trying to think. Like, there's already proof, and and there's enough proof to know that, yeah, the father has jail time, and pretty much already has. Okay, it's already been determined out there. But this was just madness when I first heard it. I made like a separate video surrounding this, and I couldn't really post it because my body couldn't really comprehend or gather. And that's why I'm trying to be, like, I don't know if you would call it, maybe not, but I'm trying to be very careful when it comes to talking about this in terms of the way I put my language into it, because I have another language of the way I'm talking about it. And when I say language, I'm basically saying all types of gibberish, because my body couldn't handle of how messed up this is. It's just utterly messed up, and it just makes you wonder, like, wow, people like this exist out there. And it's just like, I was like, what sense does this make? And you try to make sense, but it pisses you off more, because it's like, that still isn't right. And people are debating it, and I don't know, the amount of anger I was just getting, it was like, oh my God, I can't take this. I can't take this. Like, the child is gone, and the father is like, there's no remorse ever. And like, there's probably already no remorse, because I don't know who this guy is. And even though if I was his friend, or freaking like if I know him, if he was my uncle or whatever, like, I still wouldn't care, because he caused this. It's just insane. So yeah, and I pretty much never really will post that video at all, of just me talking about this, because it was just mostly yelling, because of course. But it's just like, man, and I don't think, like, I feel like most people are on my side when it comes down to just, oh, should we, see true of, more details surrounding this father? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I guarantee you most of them will be like, no, the father needs to be gone. I don't know. I have to be careful, because I am in this platform, and pretty much I got to be careful what I say out here. But yeah, that just happened. That's crazy. And that's the only news I'm going to share. But other than that, yeah, I also want to say, yeah, I haven't been uploading much. I noticed that. I forgot to say this in the beginning, because I've been busy with work. It just wasn't possible. I don't even have time for lunch or anything, or ever, like, or time for whatever. Like, pretty much. And of course, with the congestion, that also plays a role into it. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning, but that's just like something that I noticed, because my brain is starting to, wet its gears or whatever. That just sounds weird. Okay, gaming news. Let's get into gaming news. And I heard that, yeah, BlizzCon is canceled. I hate seeing big conventions being canceled. And the thing is that, listen, like it makes sense why BlizzCon is canceled. Maybe because of the practices they have and low sales, or a lot of things can contribute to why it's not happening this year. And especially a convention where I do one day want to actually see, one day I do want to see BlizzCon, Anime Expo, all these other conventions that I want to see one day. RTX. Sadly, I can't see RTX anymore. Rooster Teeth convention, due to the fact that Rooster Teeth is closed down officially. They had their stream, they had their sign out and here and there, and it's just sad to see. Even though they were all happy and celebrating, listen, it's sad at the end of the day. Nothing should be happy knowing that this is the end, or this is it, like closing down. But then again, they kind of see it as a graduation, and I can't blame them, knowing, as humans, we're just basically social creatures. We like to be there for each other, laugh, have a good time. But it's despite the fact, especially in a funeral, because that's what it feels like, a funeral with people that just don't want to deal with the sadness. They just want to be happy, and I get that. But it's also sad that Rooster Teeth is gone, and now RTX is never gonna happen unless there's some miracle, whatever. Like, I do want to see it happen. I'm tired of these. Like, I remember I saw this one streamer that I'm not gonna name the name, but I really like the whole time negativity. This after that, and it kind of gets tiring. I'm like, where is the bright side? And I realized there is no bright side, and I'm just especially saying Rooster Teeth would never happen, RTX would never happen, Ruby's ending, RVB is ending, like the whole like ecosystem surrounding Rooster Teeth, it's starting to hit hard. It's starting to hit home to the point where like there is probably no chance for this and that, but you do want to see more. Like art Ruby is still going. There is still more stuff surrounding Ruby. But whatever is happening behind the scenes, like I can't blame people saying like, "Yep, no, it's not gonna happen, Vince. It's over. It's over." Just But at the same time, like, no, there has to be an ending to it, even though that ending, is probably not gonna happen. Maybe not gonna happen due to the fact of what's happening in the background of Rooster Teeth. I still want it to happen. Just a happy ending. I mean, Rooster Teeth had their happy ending with their last streams. Why not Ruby? I'm just hoping. I know I'm supposed to share that in the freaking like animation news, but of course I'm all over the place. I'm just saying that seeing major conventions going downhill, it's the same feeling I had with E3. I didn't want E3 to go. I one day want to go to E3, and that never happened. But then again, I'm my only person. Here I am living in the most expensive country in this planet, trying to go to a convention. Shoot, trying to go to LA is something else. Let me tell you. I'm up here in Northern California. Going south, shoot. Like, who's got the gas? And I know it's possible. I know it. I know how to take a plane and drive down there even. Man, it's not that simple. It's not cheap. Okay? Anyways. But yeah, BlizzCon gone. And I get why they're gone with the old practices that they have, And I don't really think I am much a big fan of, Blizzard than I used to be. World of Warcraft, even Warcraft 3, the RTS was one of my favorites when I was growing up. And also like Diablo, especially Diablo 2. I used to play that a lot. And also Overwatch was, I remember playing the beta, the early access. That was a good time. And then seeing this, like, damn, they're just gone. And to this day, I'm just still waiting. I know this is supposed to be in the animation news. I'm just intermixing at this point. For Overwatch, I'm still waiting for the animation. For Christ's sakes, just make an animation. Make some explanation for these damn characters. Instead of us just seeing it from another website that I won't name because I'm on YouTube. But yeah. Just like there's better ways here and there. Anyways, moving on. Let's get into this whole thing that is basically on the thumbnail, as you can see. But yeah, it's surrounding the whole thing, surrounding the whole thing, surrounding. God, I'm just repeating words at this point. The whole thing for freaking Asmon, Gold, and Grums. And here's the thing. I don't know who Grums is. I know I put this, and some people are going to think like, oh my God, Vince is a big fan of Grums. I mean, I don't even know who he is. You think I know who he is? Listen, I know I see him in Geeks and Gamers, and he's known in like many news sites here and there, news cycles, and people when it comes down to like that type of content. But I don't know him. But I just can't stop seeing him. I'm tired of seeing him in the timestamps. But saying that, at least I don't freaking like call someone to actually find him and out him or something like that. And that's what this particular streamer did. What is her name? Denims TV or something? What kind of name is that? Like, okay, I guess she likes denims, but like denims TV, this girl that I will, recall, like, I don't understand like who she is. She's like a political figure or something. Like, first off, I do not care. You try, and this is what this lady did. I'm not gonna bring quotes, but I'm gonna give you the idea of what she said through my translation because I'm the Vince translator apparently. What she said, or the way I word it, is that she is paying 30,000 to somebody to to out, if you know what that means, okay, four letter word K, okay, I can't say it. I'm on YouTube, okay, I'm trying not to get strike out here in these streets, but to out like Grums and Asmongold. And I don't know if she said it as a joke. There were some people saying that it was a joke, like Tipster. Like, I might as well call him out, saying that, it also just reacting to many people. Like, why are people, like, so serious? Why are people being such babies? It's just a joke. She didn't even say it's a joke. Listen, there's some jokes that you shouldn't take seriously, There's some jokes that, are apparently, like, that are serious, but at the same time, they're still a joke. The thing is that that doesn't matter. She didn't even say, like, I haven't even seen the whole stream. Okay, because I don't know Denim's TV. I'm not a fan. I'm saying this from the outside in, and I do not care to watch her at all because at the same time, I don't freaking care. I don't know who she is, nor Grums, nor Asmongold. I only know Asmongold from many other like, yeah, the guy's a big deal or something like that. I don't really know him. I don't know any of these people at all. But at least I know them from like the other, YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, hearing this news on that they're way more qualified to talk about better than I can. But the thing is that you do not joke when it comes to that. There are some people, some unhinged people behind the comment section, behind the chat, that can literally take that seriously. And especially the simps that are just like utter crazy degenerate simps. Okay, I'm just saying what it is, that are, wanting to do anything to please freaking Dems TV, even though I don't really find her attractive. But hey, that's just me. But like I guarantee you, there's people that really want to fulfill her wishes or whatever, for whatever weird fantasy, and they're willing to do that. And it's like what do you gain for that? But at the same time, it's crazy as it sounds, but it's the thing is that that's a slight chance. The amount of YouTubers that have stalkers, there's a reason why. There's crazy people in these streets out here, okay? And also, they're willing to fulfill anyone's wishes, especially at this. And pretty much, like, it makes sense why, what is it? What the Grums did? I could be wrong, okay, correct me. Grums called, like, the FBI to actually stop, Dems from this or something. Or just trying to get a response, but Dems just block everybody because I guess probably gotta block me, even though I don't freaking care about Dems. Go ahead, block me. You don't even know my Instagram or anything like that, okay? You don't even care. Like, I don't even go on Instagram much. I mean, not Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, X. Twitter X. Sorry, but yeah, they're just outing someone, just joking. It's just like how, like, that's not a joke. And I try to make this, like, I word this, the way I try to word this, and I try to think about this, okay? I'm not going to put this out there as much as I can because I don't want to. I was really thinking of responding to the comment, at least Tipster's comment, about, like, how is this a joke, How come you're not taking it seriously? God. Here's the thing. What if somebody jokes, okay, because you might as well just call it a joke, even though I feel like it's not because she didn't even say it's a joke. What if somebody says, like, oh man, I will pay somebody to out someone's wife here, or someone's, especially like if it's like, or this, or to you. Like, how would you take it? Would you take it as a joke or would you take it seriously? To out someone, to pay 30K on somebody via bounty, because that's what's basically shown in the image here, is a bounty. Putting a bounty on someone's head online. That to me is illegal, but also messed up. if you ever put someone, especially for someone out there that is just not related to the whole YouTube ecosystem or whatever, like imagine just somebody outing me, but also calling out my uncle or my cousin that they don't even know who the frick they are. They don't even know me in real life. They don't know about my life. They don't know what people I have in the background that can protect me or something like that, or at least the police and stuff like that. But the thing is that why on earth would they go to that extent to hate somebody? If you don't like or if you disagree with someone, then just hey, listen. There's a good amount of YouTubers that I don't disagree with them at all, and I find some of their comments on Hinge, specifically Tipster, because even though I disagree with him, I still follow Tipster. I still dig his content. I still like watching his opinions and stuff like that, but I don't agree how he's taking this, how serious this is. But then again, it doesn't mean I don't follow him anymore. I still follow him, but except for in X and slash Twitter, because I just had to unfollow him. I was like, yo, I can't take this. I can't take this. And it feels like he's just simping for like Denims TV. I'm trying to think who's simping for Denims. Like, I don't know what that is. But at the same time, is this a joke or not? This is like some one of those situations where you say it's a joke, but the thing is that are you ready to actually, really suffer the consequences? Just to, all you need to say is just, sorry, I was just joking, hearing that. It's so simple, but Denims doesn't say that. Because Denims genuinely hates Grumps and Asmongold to the point where she wants that to happen. She probably does want that to happen. But that's not right. Like, what is that say about you as a person? Real life is different than online. People do not get that. They feel all invincible. Denims TV feel all invincible, all freaking like, oh, I'm hardcore. I'm out in these streets. I'm out like, I'm tough. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. In real life, that's different. That's different than what it is online. Online, you can be tough as all you want. Not until you take it outside in the real world. That is a different atmosphere for you. And that is gonna, fumble your whole entire confidence. I guarantee you, it's gonna change you. The way, especially how you're thinking, and putting this out there, thinking like, oh, you just serve him another one. No, you didn't. I don't know. I just have to put that out there because the thing is that people don't understand the difference between real life and online. And it's supposed to be plain and simple, but at the same time, people don't understand. Other than that, yeah, let's get into some more news that it can actually, wash me out of, the ranting phase that I'm in, because I do need to calm down. I need to bring the cooler in to actually cool myself down. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, but yeah, hopefully, all that is handled. I guarantee you there's many people that are more qualified to talking about the whole Grums slash Stellar Blade over Stellar Blade. It's another thing. Sorry, I have to rewrite the rant. I know, I'm supposed to cool down right now. No, over Stellar Blade, over a video game. You disagree with somebody over a video game, over Stellar Blade is something like, it's just like how many times are we going to talk about Stellar Blade? What is Stellar Blade even known for at this point? It's only going to be known for the controversy other than the freaking gameplay, okay? It's going to be known for the butts and boobs other than the actual freaking game, if it's good or not. And also, I'm probably never going to play Stellar Blade because, I don't have a PS5. And in this economy, I don't know if I will get a PS5 unless it's either a PS5 or a freaking house, one of those debates. But it's like, that's the only thing I heard about Stellar Blade. The only thing I heard about freaking these big video games, Helldivers, Rebirth, is controversies. What about the games themselves? And I know that's out there, but it's mostly towards just what they're known for in terms what screams the loudest. Boom, controversy. And also, this is one of them, Batman, a new Batman game, a new game that is pretty much a lot of people are looking forward, And when it comes to any new game, you never think that you would ever actually go into a certain path where other companies decide to go to with this one. Because this one involves just having Batman, getting a VR game. And there's something about that where I don't like. First off, I don't care about Batman. Okay, I don't care about like anything in that ecosystem of just like of games because I don't have a PS5 or anything like that, or I don't have like the newest equipment. And most of my games that I play is pretty much capable of actually at least running on my cheap PC where I'm capable of playing it. But the thing is that for this one, Batman getting a VR, as like result to for VR for PSVR, I believe. I could be wrong, but it's either PSVR, Oculus, one of them VRs. Okay, any VR. And I don't want games to be in VR. I want them, to actually be in an actual normal system, the way we can actually play it. And I feel like the ways of playing a game where it's just simple plays a whole big role for your sales and stuff like that, and demands and people wanting to actually get those games because they're in a system that's just simple. Just put it on PC, put in this. But why you gotta make it a VR game? Like, we have to get a VR. But you think that's cheap nowadays? Shoot, have you seen the Apple Pro? Have you seen like the price on the PSVR plus a PS5? It's just like, who has the money? I don't want it to be I don't want games to be a VR game. I just want them to be normal games. Like, just make something normal. I don't know. But yeah, new Batman game coming to VR. Let's just hope that doesn't happen with like the new Last of Us, with like the new Fallout. Shoot, Skyrim, the continuation of Elden Scrolls. I do not want a VR Elder Scrolls. We already have one. It's Skyrim VR. At least that's what I believe. I think it's a mod. But still, we don't want that on a VR. New titles coming to VR. Listen, if there was a new Sly Cooper and it was on VR, oh my God, there will be a riot. A game that people have been waiting for decades. For decades. Some of those people are 40 already. But my gosh, they've been waiting for a Sly Cooper ever since they were born, probably. Anyways, let's move on for another thing surrounding controversy in gaming, which is the new Mario game, A Thousand Year Door. It's a remake that Nintendo did, and it's now censored. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, what could it be censored of? Because it's a freaking Mario game, and I don't. And here's the thing, censor. I don't know if I would choose that word, but it's not necessarily like censor in a way where it's the language, but the situation where it's basically there's this scene in a Mario Thousand Year Door about these, there's like a college student that that teams up with Mario. It's a female college student, a female Goomba, and they go in through like the caves and things like that. And I played Mario Thousand Year Door like way back. And I pretty much know the scene already, especially, like playing it via emulation. It's in this scene where one of the like bad Goombas are catcalling the female Goomba, and they censored it. And in my head, it's like, okay, yeah, but at the same time, wait a minute. These are bad guys. Okay? Do you understand? Like when it comes down to a villain, when it comes to a bad guy, I don't see freaking Omni-Man from Invincible being censored. I don't see Joker being censored. No, we have to censor the freaking like random bad dudes that are catcalling. They're supposed to be in this sort of image where you don't like them and you're gonna knock them out, kill them, or something like that. What is the point of censoring that? Do we have to censor villains? Do we have to make them like more lower than freaking Disney villains or whatever? Like, I don't get it. Like, if there's like a remake for like some new Disney movie, do we have to like censor those like who's that bad lion, that the villain in freaking Lion King? I forget. Listen, I haven't watched that since I was like 3. You think I remember anything I was 3? No. But just villains in general, like just like, do we have to censor just like like what they're supposed to mean or anything like that? No, it's just like this is one of those moments of having it censored for the sake of like not getting canceled or not something, or somebody that are just like, hey, I got offended by this. Can you please censor it, Nintendo? And they listened. If that's the fact, they listen. It's like they're supposed to like be like that. They're not supposed to. I wouldn't say, listen, it doesn't matter if it's catcalling. It could be literally freaking anything. I'm just like surprised there's not a, like, if there was a scene in there, like any villains or every villain like flirting with the like female Goomba or something like that, and because they're a male Goomba flirting with a female Goomba, like do I have to censor most of them or whatever? Do I have to censor them attacking the female Goomba in a result of like abuse or whatever? Like it's just I don't get it. They're not listen when it comes to censorship. That's on Nintendo's side. Hey, whatever that department's their decision, but they're the bad guys. What do you expect? Are we censoring just like what makes a good story is also the enemies. Well, at least you don't need to have a good story to actually have enemies in it. You can just have a like a slice of life or just like a cozy story of like with no bad people at all. But some stories that have bad people, the best way to make that is basically true the intentions of what the bad guy is doing or the bad girl, either bad guys or bad males or females or something like that. There's an evil intention that will make you be like, oh god, that's messed up, and this is like the least messed up. With catcalling is not cool, but in a video game, like there's a reason why, because you're about to attack this other Goomba that was catcalling this female Goomba, and pretty much, yeah, plain simple, you're kind of like the hero supposed to play that role, but like you just like, I don't get it. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. Then again, half of the time, I really don't know what they're thinking at all. Okay, enough freaking with these notifications. Okay, you didn't see it, but you might see it. But I might edit it out or not. Moving on, like Donkey Kong. We gotta talk about Kind of Funny because right now they are having they're having a rechange. I don't know what's going on. But I guess I'm the only one talking about Kind of Funny news because, well, I'm just a fan of them. And now it's their last time doing XCast, which is an Xbox-related podcast. And also PS I Love You, which is a PlayStation podcast. And they're ending them for the sake of combining all of them into one. Basically, no sides. And in my head, I'm like, what? No sides? I mean, they never had a Nintendo side, but no sides. They're basically combining it all together to talk about gaming news in general. And I guess that's the new format for Kind of Funny. And that they're actually going to tackle. And it's pretty much a nice pace of change here and there. But yeah, that's pretty much news for Kind of Funny if anyone's a fan of them. Also, Kev is getting married. It's kind of crazy for the amount of years I've been watching Kind of Funny, and I never think of the younger people that are like same as my age, like Blessing and also Kevin, Barrett and all of them, that they're like growing up. They're almost 30, and it's just like, what? How long have I been here almost? It almost feels like I'm there right there. I don't know. I'm just a Kind of Funny fan. I've been to their conventions. They're basically my home, team that I cheer. It's kind of like cheering for the Warriors, People in my family, they cheer for the Warriors. I don't give a damn about basketball. So anybody booing the Warriors, do you. But at the same time, when it comes to Kind of Funny, it's kind of like my version of actually, cheering for the Warriors when it comes to being a sports fan, but this time being a gamer and cheering for one of my favorite gaming podcasts that is like 15 minutes away from me, Anyways, moving on. I heard that Helldivers are, everyone's talking about these major games. Rebirth, Helldivers, Stellar Blade. Could people just shut up and just talk about what about the indie games? The small cats, the ones that are truly struggling. You guys support them. Okay, the indie games. Like another Crab's Treasure? We need more conversations on that game. That's for damn sure. Another Crab's Treasure, now that's way better. Or not. And I say that because Helldivers, listen, I need a freaking PS5. And also the game is probably $70. But Helldivers 2 is having people forced to get a PlayStation to require to play the game via PC. And I'm just like, oh, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. I don't like that practice. And there's a part of me where I'm kind of blessed that I didn't spend my money, that I don't really have all the best, all the biggest gaming equipment here and there, knowing that I would make that mistake. I probably would have to buy a PS5 if I was like a full PC player, and I already am. I play most of my games on PC, but if I had like a very, very expensive PC, and dedicated my whole entire life to PC. And actually play Helldivers, playing all the games, including Helldivers 2 that people have been talking about. What would happen? Like, I would see like the PS like end, like, hey, error, like, hey, you need a PSN account to actually, or a PlayStation 5 to play this game. Like, I can't, like, that would be sad, because that means, like, I don't mind making a PSN account as long as it's free. But when it comes down to actually buying a PlayStation, now that's a different story. That's a different story. Animation news, we're out of the gaming. Kingdom Hearts movie is happening. I am not a Kingdom Hearts fan, or I never played it. But I'm making plans to actually play Kingdom Hearts one day. And, that's going to be a review that I want, because I'm thinking of getting Kingdom Hearts soon. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of actually getting it right now. But I never really played Kingdom Hearts. Never really touched the game. Never. I only seen it, never touched it. For so long I know about Kingdom Hearts, but I never really ever owned a Kingdom Hearts game. Never played it, never rented it in Blockbuster during those PS2 times. But yeah, they're coming with a movie, which I'm like, it's basically a Disney movie, and it's like, okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Just a Disney movie. So I'll say, also, I noticed that most of my animation news is just interlinked with, with the amount of gaming news that I talk about. Yeah, I just noticed that. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it. I heard Digital Circus episode 2 is coming or something like that. I'm looking forward. I haven't checked that out yet, but I want to see that. And also, I did watch Knuckles. I love it. It's funny. It's quirky. And there's a part of me where I'm like, oh man, this is just, it's corny. It's predictable. But at the same time, I couldn't help but smiling, just thinking about it, Big Idris voicing an echidna, at the same time teaming up with somebody that's like a bit older than me, and also just, pathetic, but also just adorable at the same time, even though he's just a grown man. I don't know. There's something I like about it. I really do. Anyways, I'll see you when I see you. One love and a peace. God bless. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy this unhinged podcast by myself. One peace and love.